The next step is to start cutting out the bridle joint. So we will do the part that we have on the top of our leg first. So the first thing is to place this in the vise, and we're going to just have it nice and low. You don't want it sticking up too high. Have it sort of relative to your height. Okay, using the tenon saw, similar to when we cut out the bridle, the mortise and the tenon. Okay, so rest in your thumb on the edge there. I can just see the line, and what I'm going to do is just drag my blade forwards till I can create a groove. Now that I have a groove established, I'll just pull that out and show you. So it's very close to the line, but you can still see a little bit of pencil mark there. So let's now start to cut along our rib cut. And stop and check. Once you get close, just lean over, check that you are not veering away from the line. Okay, we've done that, and turn this around, and let's do the same to the opposite side. So this side here. Make sure your tenon saw is upright when you do this. And stop and check very quickly. The next step here is to chisel out that section in the middle. Okay, make sure you have this clamped down to the bench. Okay, I'm just using the hold fast clamp there to keep it nice and secure. The chisel we're using this time is a 13mm, because the distance here with that gap should be 14mm, so the 13 is the best fit. We're going to start by scoring the timber, so line up the blade again with the bevels on the waste side and the flat side of your chisel on the nice side there. Okay, and line that up with your mallet. Just firmly score the timber there. And now we're going to come in on the end grain. And again, I have the bevels on the bottom. Okay, holding nice and close, and we just cut a small piece. And you'll just notice I've only very gently tapped that, and that should break off nicely like so. We're going to do this again, so we'll have a nice firm tap, and we'll take off about 2mm, and that should just pop out. Okay, so you're not looking at taking too many big chunks out. I'm going to turn this over now, and we'll go from, so you always work from the outside in. So let's start again by scoring the timber here. And let's go again. It should break off nicely. I don't have too much left, but it might actually pop out for me. If we take this out here, it's getting loose, so if I take it out of my clamp, and that should just pop out. There might be some burrs in there. You're trying to get it as clean as possible the first time. That's pretty clean. If not, you may have to just do a quick pair. So pop that in the vise like so. Pairing, holding the chisel with two hands like so, and you just run that blade through, just cutting off anything that may be an issue down the bottom. It's ideal to make sure you are using a sharp chisel when you do that. And that's the first half of the bridle joint, and that goes on our camp stool leg. The last thing you should have to cut out is just the top seat or the top rail, and that's the bridle joint, the other half of the bridle joint here. Very simple process, similar to the leg. Just place your work in the vise. We're going to grab a tenon saw, and again, so instead of a rip cut, this is a cross cut. Make sure you line your blade up just on the waist side of the line. Don't take the line off. Drag the blade through to create that groove. Now that I have established a groove, I can start again, just nice and easy. A level saw, cut that. I'm going to swap this around. I always like to have the waist side, because I'm right-handed, the waist side, so that's the line I'm cutting to. I want the waist side on the right-hand side. That means that I'm never blinded by the tenon saw when I cut. So using your thumb to hold that in place, drag that down, establish your groove and start to cut. Okay, I'm going to check on both sides. I'm happy with that. Alright, let's cut out that side as well. About on that line. Now, clamp that to the bench, and what we're going to do using our 14mm, I'm just going to, the timber is very weak along the grain here, so you need to just be delicate and just gentle on this side. So I'm not pressing down too hard, I'm just establishing break point here, and I'll do the same on this side, and make sure again that the bevels of your chisel are on the waist side of that line. Okay, it should just sit in that mark that we created. Now what we will do is flip this over and let's just tap that in, and one hit, and that should just break out. Okay, and we'll do the same on this side. So just gentle, establish that point. One hit, and that should just break out like so. We'll take that out of the clamp, and that's not too bad. You're looking for a nice shoulder, a right angle in here, nice and clean. We can put that, if it's not perfectly tidy, pop that back in the vise and just level that with your pairing technique. So again, it should look like that.